Okay, so we've got a pretty full rack going out here today for our shipping day, and we're just going to take a few minutes and go through each guitar and tell you a few interesting things about them. We've got a nice harp guitar going out to St. Louis. We've got a guitar here going out to somebody special that we won't mention his name, and a couple of guitars going to a studio in Toronto, a couple of secret guitars that we're not going to actually show at all. So let's get into it and see what we've got. So first up here is going to Che in New Jersey. I think I'm pronouncing that properly. This is our X7, our smaller body, 24-inch scale guitar, kind of powder size guitar, finished in green, and with the addition of the beautiful gold Go-To 510 tuners. That nice satin gold goes really well with the green. Next up, we have a guitar going out to Lauren Snyder in Palm Springs. So I talked to Lauren on the phone on Friday, and he was trying to decide on a baritone. This guitar was available in stock. And then he was possibly interested in going with a custom-built jumbo baritone. And the jumbo is really nice as a baritone. We've made a few of those. But in the end, I think the body size of the X20, the scale length, just everything about it fitted. So he's gone with this one. And our baritone, it's finished with a 27-inch scale. So it's a really nice compromise between a long enough scale length to give you enough tension, you know, to give you a really nice defined baritone sound. But also it's short enough that it doesn't feel really big. It's a very playable baritone guitar. So a good compromise between sound and playability. Finished in the black carbon, and beautiful, elegant guitar. And next one up, we have David George from Michigan, and he's got an X7. This is finished in Powell Ferro, and it's got the Fishman system that he's asked us to put in here as well. So this is a custom. We don't normally use Fishman, but he sent this to us and asked us to put in, so we can do that. And also, we've got the addition of the strap locks on here as well. Now, next one we have is going out to Ginny and Vic Ivers. So the two of them came and visited us here back during the summer, and they both work for AMP Technology, a company based in the USA that make carbon fiber for us. It's the carbon fiber that we use in our necks and a couple other areas in the guitar, and we've been working with them for a long number of years. Great company to deal with. And they wanted to get a guitar that was finished entirely with their carbon, so they sent us some more carbon weave, a really nice weave for the front, the back and the sides, and then we've also used their carbon exposed in the neck. It's this beautiful carbon braid that they do. So that's the guitar we built for them, finished in beautiful green, and that's going to a good home out there. So this next one's going to Mark in France. It's also an X30, or big jumbo body guitar. He's got the slotted pinless bridges here, a really nice extra feature. I really like the sort of clean look of the pinless bridge. And also it's got the Yeller Bags Anthem system. Next up, George. So George ordered a pair of guitars, so I'll show you them both together. So he's got a matching pair, Amicus and an X7, both finished in Paduc, both with a little extra flourish at the end of the fretboard. Normally you finish your fretboard straight. But on these, we wanted to do this little extra detail for them. And both finished with red carbon on the back and sides. So it's an Amicus and an X7, two guitars that will complement each other really beautifully, both visually and tonally. So nice sonic spectrum out of those guitars. George, please send us a picture of you holding these guitars. And if you can, maybe some video if you play in them. It'd be nice. It's always nice to see where they go and who's using them. So this is going to Dave in Virginia. This is an X7, finished in red. And this one is a little unusual in that almost all the guitars we build have a pickup system built into them, but this has been selected without a pickup system. And you know, I always say, if you're not actually going to use a pickup, you know, really think about it. Consider leaving it out. Some people think, you know, oh, it's there just in case they ever need it, but I actually like to build an acoustic guitar without a pickup if it's not needed, and we're happy to do that. So Mark from Stockport in the UK, he's got a X10 level 3 pickup system. It's got the Crevo, the piezos, and MIDI, finished in black carbon. Beautiful, nice black carbon guitar, very versatile guitar. Gives it an awful lot of options with a level 3. So this one's going to St. Louis. So it's kind of special for me to see guitars going to St. Louis, because if you don't know the backstory of Emerald Guitars, really it all kicked off in St. Louis. I went over there as a, let me see, I was like 20, I think, when I went to St. Louis. And I had this incredible opportunity to go and work along with Bill Seabold at Seabold Racing, building Formula 1 racing boats. And I was involved in working with the carbon fiber, and you know, I learned so much there working with carbon fiber and about their technology. But even more so, I learned how to do something really to a high level. You know, those guys were the world champion. Like Bill Seabold still has the record for being the most winning racing driver of all time. And it was just an incredible place to work, and it inspired me as a young guy. And it was actually while I worked there that I got an idea I'd like to try and build a guitar using the materials that I was working with. And 4 years later, I did that. You know, 21 years after building guitars, this is kind of where we're resulting. You know, building innovative instruments made from carbon fiber, combinations of beautiful exotic woods. And that's what we had actually in the race boats. They used this combination of woods and carbon to build something that was exotic, unique, and really special. And I'm excited to see this going out there, back to St. Louis. And it's a major part of our story. So next up, we've got a little Amicus going to Hugh in Folkestone. So the Amicus is it's an 18-inch scale. It's tuned up to D, so it's like putting a capo on your 10th fret, and it gives you that really high mandolin kind of sound, but it's a very familiar feel to a guitar player. So it's a really nice combination of guitar player feel and mandolin tones. So it gives you a whole new sound without having to learn a whole new instrument. And that's it, finished in red. Now, next up we have an X20 lefty. This is going out to Michael, also in the UK in Northamptonshire. This one's finished with red quilted maple. Really nice, deep red, and red carbon back and sides. The X20 is the only model we do as a lefty. To build lefty guitars, we have to have an entire mold, and it's quite a complicated thing to do. So we've done that for our X20 models, but that allows you to have, you know, the nylon, the 12-string, basically any configuration of a lefty that you can imagine. So we can use that mold to do all kinds of customs. So if you're a left-handed player, check out our lefty X20 range. Okay, so this one's going to Charlie Powell in Santa Maria, California. So I know Santa Maria because I have a sister lives in not far from there in Solvang, and her husband Joe runs Mainline Auto Body in Santa Maria. So Charlie, maybe you know Joe. So this is a amber X20, finishing our nice amber finish. And I'm told that Charlie actually spends most of his life in the Caribbean. So he's looking for a guitar that's really going to handle the different temperatures and humidity levels as he travels. So this is a perfect guitar for playing out there. Next up, we have a guitar going to Thomas in North Carolina, another one of our X30s, our X30 Jumbo. This is a guitar with a big sound. Finished in the deep blue, and blue guitars are always popular here, and I think it's just that deep blue color, you know, it's just really attractive. So I just scheduled 5 or 6 really nice blue guitars for for stock. So in the coming weeks, you're going to see an array of nice blue guitars coming up on our stock list. Brian in California also. This is a X10 level 2 pickup system. So it has the Crevo and the piezo, and this is finished in nice pau ferro, beautiful piece of darker pau ferro. Lovely, nice little knot detail and stuff going on here. A lot of character in it. Finished with the amber back and sides. The other extra little feature in this one is it's got a little sound hole tuner mounted in here, and this is a Daddario clip-on tuner, and I'll just show you. So it's a Daddario tuner that would normally clip onto a headstock or inside a. Oh no, actually I think it's designed. This one's designed for a sound hole. But with the way our sound hole is designed, we've been able to make a little bracket and fit this just right in here. So it's really discreetly hidden away, and what gives you the opportunity to tune your guitar without it being seen. Next up, we have a guitar that's going out as a surprise to somebody special, and this is to mark a really important and a special event, and they asked us if we could rush a guitar through production to have it ready in time for this. And we can't really talk too much about it because it is a surprise, but we might maybe have more details. You know, we might be able to do a feature on that in the future. Yeah, it's going to a special person to mark a special occasion, and we're excited about that. So X20 in Royal Ebony. Next up, we have, oh, I don't actually have the name of it. Who's going? Oh, we do have a name. It's going to David in Australia. This is our Synergy uke, and this one has been, normally we do with the high G. This has got a low G on it. So it's a regular tenor uke with the 4 extra bass strings. So if you're into playing a uke, this is a really, really great option. Synergy uke's a lot of fun. Gives you all that extra dynamic with the bass strings. Just a beautiful little thing. Now, next up, we have some guitars going out to Paul DeMaio in Toronto. And Paul is running a studio out there. And he's been a friend of ours for quite a long time. We've been talking about finding ways to collaborate. And we're sending some guitars out. They're going to be housed in the studio. He's going to make them available to players in that area. And we're going to just work on some ongoing collaborations and ideas together. So watch this space. We'll have more details about that probably as they come through our marketing. So the 3 guitars that are going out is an X10, X30, and a Baller, just to give a really nice selection of what we do, you know. So the first one that's going out is this beautiful X10. We're going to rush it through, get the pickup system fitted this afternoon. It's going to have a level 3 pickup system in it, and beautiful spalt to chen. Just love the details in this wood. We've actually got a number of these coming through for stock, the spalt to chen. Really elegant guitar. It'll have the level 3 pickup system, so it's going to have the full versatility of the piezo, the magnetics, and the MIDI. Then we've got an X30, so I thought if we're giving them an X10, we've got to give them the guitar with the biggest acoustic sound. So this X30 jumbo is going out with the beautiful red carbon finish. And then a Baller, just to really give the full tonal range. We're sending out one of our 5-string Ballers. And this beautiful acoustic bass is really something special. If you're a bass player and you're looking for a guitar that's both gives you a good acoustic sound, but also great tone, then the Baller is a great choice. The thing about the Baller is, you know, we had to build an acoustic bass that was going to give enough volume to really compete acoustically. You know, and it does that. You can hear it across a room. But also it has to have a tone that's really enjoyable. So it's an instrument that, you know, I think people want to be able to record with as well as just play, you know. And lastly, we have 2 guitars that are going out to Austin Edwards and Joey Carr. So they're 2 guys that we're going to be partnering with and doing some stuff coming up. And we're not going to show the guitars because we want them to be a surprise when they arrive with them. you just have to watch this space. But Joey and Austin, I think you're going to hear a lot of them in the coming months, and we're excited about that. So that's on the way to them. Two beautiful guitars inside those cases. So that's it for this week. If you watched right the way through, thank you very much. Hopefully these videos have been informative. If you've got any suggestions for us of how we should, change them, improve them, or any more content that you'd like to see from us, put it in the messages below, and also tell us what's your favorite guitar from this. I'm always interested to hear what one stands out. So thanks for watching, and see you next week.